life's big plays, and just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU Athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Have you ever been knocked down in life? I've experienced a lot of falls in my career. But here's what I know, falls aren't the end of the story. Perhaps today you've fallen and you're needing a little help getting up. That's why I want to invite you to the Revival of Hope, September 18th and 19th at 820 East Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Come experience powerful worship, hear encouraging messages, and meet the God of hope who's still in the business of restoring lives. This free event is open to everyone. If you pre-register at revivalofhope.org, you'll get a free gift. Friend, your story isn't over. There's always hope.
Henry's got something to say. Patrick's got all the latest updates and headlines. Together, they're the best morning combo since biscuits and gravy. This is Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson.
Okay then, on with the show.
Live from the Town Bank Studio on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right, welcome in, everybody. It is Talk of the Town here on the 25th day of August. It's Tuesday morning. Nice to have everybody here. It is nice morning out there. Let's check and see what we've got weather-wise today. As we join you here at 7:12, it is 68 degrees in Greenville, going to a high of 88 today. And we've got sunshine and no chance of rain today. Tomorrow we've got sunshine 89. Thursday, sunshine 88. Friday we have thunderstorms moving in, 70% chance of them. And only 82 for a high, so 80s the rest of the week. That ain't bad. All right, welcome in, everybody. Great to be here with you this morning. PJ is here, and our entire crew is on site. Michael is here, and our intern, Logan, is producing. Good morning, Logan. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you, sir.
That's good.
PJ, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Big Hen.
Anything to report this morning?
Sadly, my grandmother passed yesterday. This is my dad's mom, so brief stint in the hospital. But, just wanted to make a quick mention of that this morning. And obviously, we're still trying to sort of figure out, how you put together things for a memorial. A lot of out-of-state relatives, so we'll see if they will be coming and when all this is going to be. So I'll keep you updated on when that will be going down.
I didn't know if you were going to make that announcement or not. I was not going to make it this morning because I thought that was yours to announce. But
sure,
we certainly wish you and your family the best. Never easy to lose a close loved one like your grandmother. I know you were very close to her, and your dad, of course, was. And you just lost your grandfather recently. So
yeah, her husband, beginning of the year. So it's a few months later. A lot of unfortunate circumstances this year, but both lived very fruitful, active lives into their 90s. And by gosh, you can't, you certainly can't look at that other than what a positive.
Yeah, I was texting with you last night, and I said, celebrate the incredible life that they had and how old they were. And they got to live a full life. So God bless them. God bless you, man. Sorry about your grandmother. That's always tough. We'll be thinking about you in the coming days. Today is Gene Simmons' birthday from KISS.
I'm sorry to laugh.
These days, the only thing that Gene is using that tongue for is tapioca pudding. I was reading this story about KISS. Gene Simmons has said KISS cannot ever play again without permission from this company Pop House because they sold the rights to a company called Pop House for a ton of money. And Gene says they own the makeup, they own everything.
So I guess, and Mr. Music, I'm sure, may chime in on this. He may know, he may not. But the big rumor is that they're going to do what is it when the hologram? It's going to be a big KISS hologram show out in Vegas. So it'll be sort of a perpetual deal.
Let's see. He says there's a biopic. Is it a biopic or biopic? How do you say that? A movie.
I would say biopic, but I've heard it said both ways.
A movie about KISS is in the making right now. He says, plus the Avatar show that's already in the works. Is that what you're talking about? They got an Avatar show?
Yes, an Avatar show.
He also mentioned possible cartoon shows and a theme park.
Oh, gosh. I thought they had some of that already. Right now, Gene is out with his own band on the State Fair circuit, basically doing KISS covers.
So he can't wear the makeup. He can't dress like KISS. But
no, he's not wearing the makeup, but he's playing KISS music. And I saw a picture of him from a weekend show or a recent show, and he had a KISS T-shirt on, which I suppose he can wear.
Yeah, I guess. Anybody can wear one of those, I guess.
See, this is why. But see, don't you feel bad now because you're a successful, powerful radio station mogul owner? You're making all of this money, and poor Gene is out there having to slum it after 70 years in the business on the State Fair circuit, playing in Iowa and middle of nowhere.
He's worth $400 million. Clearly, radio has screwed him.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why he's on the State Fair circuit, because radio is screwed. Here's why Gene's on the State Fair circuit. And the same reason most men will do anything. They want to get away from their wives. That's all Gene's trying to do. Is just get away from his wife for a few weeks at a time.
I met his wife at that Senate hearing, and
Shannon, was it Shannon Tweed?
Seriously?
Yeah.
At one point, she was a Playgirl, a Playboy model. She was a Playboy, like model of the month. Playboy? What do they call them? Playgirl
Bunny of the month or Playboy
Playmate of the month.
Yeah.
Today, I actually thought she was a man.
Will you stop? Will you stop?
She's about 6'2", very masculine looking, lots of facial surgery. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, she didn't look like my cup of tea.
That deal is a lot of filler, is it not? There's a lot of filler in that surgical situation.
I don't know how any of that works.
I got you.
My wife used to work in the plastic surgery place here in Greenville. She knows all about it. I know.
I got you.
So I heard you do the news story about the people that came out to the Greenville City Council meeting last night to raise concerns about the flock cameras. There's a couple of problems with this. Number one, Greenville doesn't have flock cameras.
Well, it's announced that they're anticipating adding 10.
They're gonna put up 10 flock cameras, and I think it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I'll tell you, when we did Open Line Friday, last week, we took calls on flock cameras, and I don't think I've ever had, well, the shrimping thing last year. I got incredible feedback, but my email and my Facebook DMs were going crazy all through the weekend with people wanting to tell me their views of the flock cameras. And I'm happy that you do that, but I do want to remind you it is a radio show. And so if you want to sound off, you can call in. But maybe it's because maybe people wanted to get back at me because of my comments on Friday that although I know they've been abused by several in the law enforcement arena, I don't have a problem with flock cameras. I am actually okay with them. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't like that I said that.
You could sound off on the IBX Media app, the Talk to Us feature.
Yes, do that.
And it's right there in a big red button, top left of the screen when you.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the people who came to the city council meeting last night to complain about it?
I did not see any images. I just was reading the story and included it in the news.
It was organized, I'm pretty sure, because several of them identified themselves as being members of the Young Democrat Socialist of America.
DSA?
So all of a sudden, we have Democrat Socialist of America here in Eastern North Carolina, probably just here in Greenville where you have college students. I mean, some of them have had strange-looking things hanging off their face, nose rings and things like that. Some of them there was one girl who had brown hair, but on her left side, down at the bottom, her hair she had dyed her hair purple, and on this side, on her right side, she had dyed it blue. And I'm thinking to myself, now there's a confused person.
Well, what I do think is interesting, and I don't purport to know what the DSA group's complaints were. I think it's probably just that the cameras exist. Our listeners seem to, and I can certainly understand this, there seem to be two concerns: the abuse, and then also how is the data that's being stored, where's it being stored, who has access to it, how's it being utilized?
I'll say what I said on Friday. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you don't care.
You're fine if your data winds up in the hands of the Chinese, your personal information.
Well, how's it going to end up in the hands of the Chinese?
You don't think that people are...
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. My personal data? How are they going to get my personal data with a flock camera? See, you sound like some of the crazies that are out there.
Okay, let me tell you why it's not crazy.
They can't get your data by seeing your car on the road. I mean, they're going to get it from your license plate? I mean, what are they going to do?
They can't. You don't think they could get your license plate and use that as an avenue to get data on you? You don't believe that?
So you think
your car's
somehow
registered.
The Chinese could get in my bank account?
If it's sold to, it's a third-party deal. Flock safety is a third-party deal. If they're selling data to people, there's no telling where it winds up. If you're cool with that,
once again, if you're a law-abiding citizen,
fine.
Why do you care?
But that has nothing to do with law-abiding citizen. You could be the worst criminal on the planet. You could be the most goody two-shoes on the planet. You want your personal data sold to third parties. Is that what I mean, that's kind of what you're saying. The world is a dangerous, dangerous place today. Sure.
There are criminals. There are criminals walking among us that want to kill us.
Right.
These Democrat Socialists of America are un-American people. Why is it they are the ones coming to the city council meeting? I mean, there's just a bunch of children who are looking for something to protest, to be honest with you.
I think their concerns are different from the ones that I'm bringing up and that our listeners seem to have.
Yeah, I would totally discount anything the Young Socialist of America say. Sure. But the other thing that there were people who came out last night who had legitimate complaints and concerns about this rogue Greenville police officer who seems to be getting in more trouble by the day. I don't know. Did you see Cookie's report on WITN last night?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
The great Chris Cook, who cut his teeth here at Interbanks Media, did a report last night. There's now a second person that has come out. He doesn't do that laugh on WITN anymore.
He should.
Now this is the woman that we're talking about, the Greenville police officer who demanded that this woman in the middle of the night allow her into her apartment without a warrant to come in and see her Ring video from her doorbell ring, video ring bell. What do you call it? Ring
doorbell.
Ring doorbell. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the woman told her that the camera doesn't work on it. The battery had died on it, and she hadn't replaced it. Now, I will say this. The police officers have a dangerous, dangerous job. And keep in mind, they were there investigating a shooting. But this Greenville police officer was either very poorly trained, which I doubt, although I don't know, or this woman is a bully. And now we have this second case that WITN and Chris Cook unveiled last night, where a gentleman said he was in a tent in his backyard with his daughter playing, and this police officer came, was extremely rude, and was saying that there had been reports of a potential sexual assault. The man was playing with his daughter. He put a tent up in his backyard. Some neighbor saw him go in the tent with the little girl. Wouldn't you have assumed that was his daughter, by the way? Maybe not.
If you're a neighbor, and unless you don't know the person or they just moved in, I'm sure you have some kind of working knowledge of the person and their family structure.
Well, anyway, this same police officer, he says, was extremely rude to him and came to him and was demanding an ID and all that. Now, he admitted that he had cursed at the officer, which was wrong on his part, but apparently she was being very heavy-handed. And then there's the video of her hitting the guy in the back of the head in the McDonald's a while back.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I've seen that recently.
I don't know this person personally, and you know me, man, I'm always going to support the police if I can, but this woman looks like a problem to me.
Sure.
And so she's been suspended without pay. And, I know they got some work to do to have the community feel confident that this police officer ought to be back up on the streets. By the way, another person, speaking of the weird people that spoke at the meeting last night, was former Greenville Councilwoman Marion Blackburn. Here's her quote on WITN this morning. I think it's very important that our city listen to what the people have said tonight. They don't want to be surveilled. They don't want to have their movements watched. I think one gentleman used the idea of his little girl on a sliding board at a park being surveilled. We don't want our movements tracked. Can I ask you a question? What's the problem with seeing video of a little girl on a sliding board? What is
Some people may not want their children to be like that on a camera. I mean, you're just kind of discounting people's rights here. I mean, they have a right if they don't want to be to not want to be surveilled.
There are video cameras everywhere. There are video cameras already everywhere.
And that's fine. You shouldn't have an expectation of privacy in public.
I'm going to say what I said
I get
before.
all that.
I want my family to be safe. If this is a tool that the Greenville police feel will keep our community safer, I'm for it. I don't have a problem with it. So Asheville is voting tonight because of all this public outcry that's kind of been an online phenomenon. Asheville is voting tonight to potentially remove their flock cameras. Let's see. What else is, So there were several people that spoke last night on the problem with this Greenville police officer who has appeared, I'm just going to say appeared because there's an investigation underway, appeared to have acted inappropriately a few times.
Sure.
And then,
especially in this most recent case, appeared to maybe not follow the protocol.
Well, I just, here's the thing. Your point of view is exactly the same point of view as the Democrat Socialist of America. So congratulations. Maybe they'll make you an honorary member.
So wait a minute.
I'm just kidding.
A cop comes into my house.
I'm just kidding. Don't get
something
get
I don't have to do. No. But I mean, a cop comes into my house with something I don't have anything to do with, without a warrant, and handcuffs me, and I'm a Democrat all of a sudden. Bad joke, or that's a bridge too far, man. Come on.
I'm talking about the flock. I'm talking about the flock cameras.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the flock.
No, look. I'm just gonna. We just got this always anonymous text line. I'm gonna and I do want to just bring up one point of this book that we got written on the text. What would Dems have done with this info during COVID if they had access to it?
Well,
if they had a way to track your movements during COVID, which was 6 short years ago, 5 or 6 short years.
I guess you could have been arrested. I was thinking
what
about
would
this
they
last
have
night.
done with it?
A memory came up on my Facebook yesterday of when my grandson was playing Little League baseball in 2020, and I remember they told us you can't go to the games. You can't go sit outside at a baseball field.
In the outfield.
and watch
at Elm Street.
Watch a baseball game. I mean, that's a Roy Cooper thing. One of our legal eagles that listens to the show, thank you very much. You know who you are. He's a very high-ranking legal person in Eastern North Carolina. Patrick is conflating the issues. There is no constitutional right to privacy in what a person displays in public.
I said that. If you get the car keys out of your ear, and I said that. You have no expectation of privacy in public. Said that.
One of my doctor friends says, my thoughts on flock cameras, what do you have to hide? We've been living in a surveillance state for years. If you have a clear conscience, why are you worried about someone recording what you're doing? That's the way I feel. Let's see. A county manager, I'm not going to call any names here, but a county manager here in Eastern North Carolina. I'm getting all kinds of calls about the few flock cameras we have in our county. My response is this: if you're not breaking the law, then why stress it? If you had a child go missing, you would want the police to have every tool to find it. That's what I said. What if your daughter got raped? What if your daughter got raped? Would you want
the camera's going to catch the rapist?
Yes.
The camera's going to physically catch every rapist.
You just said they'd be able to see the license plates.
You guarantee that the camera's going to catch the rapist. I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's a tool, but I mean to say, oh, well, it would catch and stop all crime. There was a camera of the guy who slashed the woman's throat on the train in Charlotte. Did it stop it? No.
Henry, it's not just the government that has the flock camera information. That's the problem. If only law enforcement had access, I wouldn't have a problem. There needs to be a process where only certain law enforcement, sheriff, for instance, has access. A report should be filed to access by sheriff for specific investigations. Flock is claiming they do not sell data, but who knows? So
there was a story. There was a story in Ohio, the Toledo area, where police in Houston, Texas, are searching the flock cameras in Toledo, Ohio. Why? And I'm not talking just like an errant.
Well, maybe they're trying to solve a crime.
Outlier search, but thousands of searches since the beginning of June.
Oh, I don't think
in a different time zone.
Look, I don't think there's any question. I don't think there's any question that they have been abused. We know that. I mean, you've got this situation in South Carolina where the police officer was tracking her ex-boyfriend. She had in a jealous rage. All right, let's see. Somebody says if you want to know the problem with flock cameras, just go to Google and type "what's the problem with flock cameras." There you go. All right, she said this is the problem with flock cameras are their broad data collection, potential for misuse, lack of transparency, and the risk of mass surveillance. While they can aid in solving crimes, critics argue the risks to privacy and civil liberties outweigh the benefits without stronger oversight, data retention limits, and public accountability. Another person says, we have an example of a security state with mass cameras and tracking across the pond. How's that working out for their citizens? Can you imagine if the Democrats had that system during COVID? Another COVID comment. All right, there you go. All right, well.
This is the new Tom Tillis. Maybe you say flock and people will pour in. Yeah. This is the new Tillis.
Well, it could be, maybe this is how they caught the San Francisco 49ers owner. So the owner of the San Francisco 49ers has been charged with prostitution for paying a woman $140 to meet him in the trailer park. The NFL has some decisions to make about this man. A lot of the owners have come out and commented on this, saying that maybe he needs to sell the team. However, no comment from Robert Kraft. All right, 7:36. We'll be right back.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop is your fishing headquarters with an amazing selection of rods and reels, lures and artificial baits, fishing tackle, and more. Plus, we're your hunting headquarters with all kinds of shotguns, hunting rifles, ammo, and accessories, and we're your archery center, too.
For better service, quality, selection, and more, we've got them. Come see them. Our deals, you won't believe them.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop, 3600 Marine Drive in Greenville. Visit us online at greenvillemarine.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Need cash for a vacation? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the vacation cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
Make every day electric on the Kawasaki Electro 20 electric balance bike. Maximize the fun with long run times, impressive top speed, and Kawasaki build quality. Easy adjustability and smooth handling make everyday riding more enjoyable. And the standard MTB type tires provide off-pavement capability. The Kawasaki Electro 20 is the electric balance bike that's built to rip. Go to Ron Ayers Motorsports, Memorial Drive north of the airport,
Mr.
Greenville.
Who's a powerful and attractive man.
This is Talk of the Town with Henry and Patrick.
I'm a big fan of his.
Only on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
More power to him. He works hard. I hope you have 400 radio stations.
Happy birthday, Gene Simmons. Talk of the Town here at 7:39, brought to you in part this morning by Affordable Hearing and my friend Kent Denton. I got another success story for you here. I've talked for years about how Kent Denton put me in hearing aids. My hearing had gotten so bad, and I was, I was really struggling to hear TV. When I would be in meetings, I'd be in a board meeting or a sales meeting or something, and I would sit there, I'd shake my head, but sometimes I couldn't understand exactly what people were saying. And so when Kent got me in hearing aids, it changed my life. I mean, it literally changed my life. And there are a lot of people out there like me that are too vain to go get hearing aids. And the other thing, too, is that they're very expensive. If you go to one of these name brand places, I'm not going to call any names, but some of them think they're miracle makers. You're going to pay. Yesterday, I talked to a gentleman who was here in the lobby who's a listener of ours who said that he got a quote of $10,000 for the same hearing aids that you can get at a fraction of that cost. Yeah. Oh, that's what they're charging at these name brand places. So here's the deal. Kent Denton comes to you. He has all the testing equipment. And yesterday, I got permission to use his name. He told me I could talk about this because this guy's a good friend of mine, and he's an elected official. And I didn't want to out him, but I knew he was going to. But Kent will use our conference room for some appointments for people who live north of Greenville and those areas. He's got an office in Morehead City and New Bern, but he doesn't have an office in Greenville. So if people want to see him, a lot of times, they'll come here to the radio station and we'll, give them a tour of the radio station, and Kent will work with them here in our conference room. So yesterday, my friend Hack High, who is the mayor of Edenton, came and bought some hearing aids from Kent. And Hack had been asking me about these hearing aids, and I told him, I said, you need to talk to Kent. He talked to some other folks and found out what they cost, and he came yesterday. He bought them on the spot because Kent hooked him up. So this morning, I got this text from Hack High. He said, these hearing aids are a game changer. I wish I had gotten them years ago. Thank you for hooking me up with Kent. That's Mayor Hack High of Edenton. I said, you got that right. Thanks for the tour of the studio yesterday. Tell Patrick, Gene, and the boys I said hello. Have a great day. Thank you, Mayor. So I'm going to give you Kent Denton's cell phone number here in a second, so stand by. But if you are struggling with hearing, and by the way, now the mayor cannot claim he does not hear some citizen who has a complaint at the town council meeting. You're done with that, Hack. You now have to. Well,
you can take him out.
Yeah,
you can take him out. If somebody gets mouthy, you can just take him out, I guess.
Kent texted me also, said Hack's problem was like most people, clarity, wife, and small children, not volume. He put this off for a couple of years. He was excited to be able to hear clearly again, not only his wife's voice, but with everyday life, including listening to the radio, listening to TV, in his case, being clearly in his place of work. Hack's a lawyer, too. He's got to have good hearing. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the discount he got is probably the best factor when you compare other companies with close to $10,000. I tell you, Kent's the man. If you need to get up with Kent, you can text him. This guy works all over Eastern North Carolina. It's 252-723-7557. 723-7557. All right, I did not plan for today's show to be about flock cameras. And
By the
now
way,
people-
Big Hen, when
people are.
when,
I don't know if I want to start taking calls on this again because,
Right.
but we have a call. Do we want to take one call?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's one of our loyal listeners. It's Randy from Moore County. All right, Randy.
Hey, Henry, thank you much. And I'll try to get this quick because I got students coming in about 5 minutes. Okay, first off, you can't use emotional arguments to try to justify what's right and wrong, especially with the government. When you look at and I love Patrick's observation about what would happen with COVID with the cameras. That would have been a total tyrannical nightmare. First off, flock cameras and such devices are violations of the Fourth Amendment. Simple. It's an unauthorized search and seizure. They're monitoring.
Oh,
what you're
come
doing.
on.
Now,
Come on.
Hold on. Let me respond to your idea.
What kind of? Where's the seizure? Where's the seizure?
Search. It's not. They're separate entities. It's not a combined. It's search. Unauthorized search.
You
They're
said search and
monitoring-
seizure. That law is search
Well,
and
that's
seizure.
no. The amendment covers.
The search and seizure law has to do with a police officer.
Right, like the ring camera thing the lady was trying to get.
Searching your car without.
Not just your car. It's like that police officer trying to get access to the ring camera by bullying
She
the
was
homeowner.
wrong. That
was a violation of. That would be a violation of.
No doubt
the Fourth
about
Amendment.
that. No doubt about that.
Okay, so real quickly, you're talking about you made the thing like you want every resource available to help law enforcement. So do I, but I don't want to get rid of the Fifth Amendment just so we can catch Fauci or someone else.
Such a stretch, Randy. Such a stretch.
No, sir. The Constitution is written to restrict the state.
Randy.
The state has to have overwhelming support.
A member
Yes,
of your family is the
It doesn't
victim of
matter.
a serious crime. You don't want the police to have the flock cameras to find them?
No, because it's a Constitution. It's a violation of other things. It's just it's aiding the state where the state doesn't need assistance and they need to do their own work.
I think the outrage. I think the outrage we're hearing is probably a result of years of government abuse. We know that the government has abused many things, including they abused the hell out of us during COVID. I couldn't go watch my grandson play baseball for crying out loud. But
right. You and I both understand it, and it's again in the doctor's statement that we live in a surveillance state. That's kind of like, well, my kids are going to smoke anyway, so no, you can't do that. You can't use those rationale. Certainly don't. Just because there's surveillance devices that are accessible, that doesn't mean we need to amplify them.
All right, Randy. Thank you. Go
All
teach.
right.
Go
Have
teach.
a great day.
Go teach your class. Are you teaching civics this morning?
Yeah, I teach Constitution and stuff in my class all the time.
There you go. I knew it.
You guys have a blessed day. I
All
appreciate
right.
listening to you guys. Bye.
Mark, one of our listeners, the Flock company claims 1 million crimes have been solved with data from the cameras since inception. That's reason enough to keep them. If you're not committing crimes, why do you care if your license plate data is being captured? Correct. That's what I think. Jeff, no different from your computers and your cell phones. I'm all for the flocks. Put them up. You'll videotape where you go to Walmart, gas station, bank, courthouse. If the flock cameras are recording my children, I'm glad, because if something happens, we've got it on video and we'll find out who did it. Yeah, this is a hot topic. There's no doubt about it.
But wait a minute. By that rationale, why do we need the flock? If we have all these other cameras, why do you need the flock? There's an AI component to flock.
Well, I mean, I guess that would be
Which
fine
has
as long as your
gotten it
child
wrong.
was abused in a bank.
Which is well, no, but I mean, they're at gas stations, they're at stoplights, there's all kinds of city cameras everywhere.
Daniel, the cameras will not protect you against crime and criminal justice like gun laws won't protect you from evil people. All right, I'm listening to you folks. All right. Got more coming in.
I bet.
Hang on, I'm getting to them.
This is the new Tillis.
Henry, what happens when the Muslims are in control and they use the flock system? Ooh. There's a different point of view.
Yes, hadn't thought of that one.
All right, let's get a break. We're coming back. We never did get to the story about the 49ers. That's so juicy. We got to talk about that. the San Francisco
I've got
49ers.
it in sports. I've got it in sports if you want to comment after I.
Here's the thing. Can I just say one thing before you do the sports and not make you mad? My man owns the San Francisco 49ers, and he was going to the trailer park for prostitution.
Right. In Ohio.
Could he not afford a high-level call girl out there in San Francisco? I mean, Richard Gere was able to get Julia Roberts, for crying out loud. You would think that the guy would be able to, do something a little better than pay $140 and go to the trailer park.
One would think.
All right, we'll be right back.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arg! Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie cutter homes. A Grimes Built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home, or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU Baseball. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU Athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
This is a standard hole belt. You can get it at any fashion brand, department store, or Amazon. They can be nice, look good, even sometimes expensive. The downside, they're only limited to 5 holes. Not to mention these holes wear out in less than a year. So this is an Anson belt, micro-adjustable holeless belt. Instead of 5 holes 1 inch apart, we have 30+ options spaced 1/4 inch apart, giving you the perfect fit every time. Slide your belt through, click, click, click. That's the sound of a perfect fit. Check us out at ansonbelt.com.
All right, this is an interesting comment right here from Jeff. Talk about information being stolen. How many of you do banking on your cell phone and now you're worried about flock cameras? That's a great point right there. Patrick is going to extremes. Will it solve every rape? While it does not stop the crime, it does assist the investigation. What if the crime in Texas was done with a car from Ohio? Patrick is wrong. I love those kind of texts.
Yeah, I know you do. I got a comment, one that I forwarded you the other day. Let me see here. What did she say? The flock cameras are after the fact for crimes not preventing. I mean, that listener, she's right.
Well, don't you want the person to be caught after a crime?
Sure, and it's a tool, but it comes back to there needs to be some oversight and accountability, and not just some desk jockey sitting down with his coffee every morning scanning cams.
Yeah, well, Let's do sports. Our sports update brought to you by Parker's Barbecue with 3 locations in Greenville, including the original Parker's on Memorial Drive, which has been remodeled. You got to go in there and see it. And I would challenge you as we head toward tailgate season to find better fried chicken than Parker's. By the way, I went through the Parker's drive-thru the other day when my wife and I were going to the beach. I don't eat a lot of barbecue, but I said, you know what, I'm kind of in the mood for a Parker's barbecue and slaw sandwich.
Sure.
They put so much barbecue in there, it was falling out of the bun. Cook it every night at Parker's. Parker's Barbecue. Check it out. Get some of those corn sticks. Eat some family style. It's all good at Parker's Barbecue. All right, here is Patrick with our sports update and Pirate Report brought to you by Parker's.
ECU defensive lineman J.D. Lampley fighting for a chance to play a 5th season. Lampley among several 2022 high school graduates who thought they could return this fall before a federal appeals court ruling put that possibility on hold. So now Lampley has joined another lawsuit seeking a temporary restraining order against the NC2A. If the judge rules in favor of the players, Lampley could become eligible as soon as next week. Pirates, meanwhile, continue to sharpen up ahead of the season opener at Alabama. Here's offensive line transfer Hayes Creel, and he may be new to the program, but he's used to facing SEC foes.
We played at Florida and at Texas A&M when I was at McNeese, and we played Mississippi State at home last year while I was at Southern Miss. And, it's going to be a good challenge. I think we're ready for it. They got a lot of good players on their team. At the end of the day, we got to rely on our fundamentals, be able to communicate, be on the same page, and be able to protect the quarterback.
And for the sake of time here, we'll tell you about high school football if time allows next hour. But details on the arrest of 49ers owner Jed York. A report shows that he responded to an online prostitution ad and agreed to pay a woman $140 for sexual acts. York was arrested after showing up at a trailer park in East Palestine, Ohio. York later pleaded no contest to disorderly conduct and possession of criminal tools. He was sentenced to 2 days in jail, fined more than $1,100. We'll see what the NFL does as far as discipline. Big Hen?
No comment from Robert Kraft.
What can he say? What can he say?
He probably called the guy from the 49ers and asked for the woman's phone number. I don't.
Right.
Oh my God, that's just too juicy. The owner of an NFL team in a trailer park with a prostitute, $140 prostitute. There you go. All right, that is hour number 1. Stay with us. More Talk of the Town Tuesday coming up here. More this August 25th. Be right back.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human. About creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
from the WNCT9 on your side newsroom. This is your Talk of the Town information update. Here's Patrick Johnson.
State Senator Bobby Hennig retiring from the North Carolina General Assembly. Hennig announced his resignation yesterday. His district covers 10 counties, mostly along the Outer Banks and northeastern North Carolina. Hennig joined the legislature in 2019 after serving as Currituck County Commissioner. There are two candidates running to replace him in November. Greenville police have identified the man found dead Sunday in the Tar River at the town common. Cops say 32-year-old Damon Williams of Beulahville was found by a kayaker around 10:30 Sunday morning. A medical examiner is working to determine the cause of death. Investigators say there's no evidence of foul play. ECU police have arrested a YouTube influencer accused of carrying a gun and marijuana on campus. Arrest records say 23-year-old Jalen Hall had a gun and about half an ounce of marijuana when he was arrested Sunday night. Police say that Hall is not an ECU student and was allegedly entering residence halls to talk with students and create video content. NC State University is honoring NASA astronaut and three-time alum Christina Cook by naming an engineering building in her honor. Cook returned to campus Monday after making history as the first woman to travel around the moon during NASA's Artemis II mission. More than 1,200 people attended the celebration, where Engineering Building 2 was officially renamed Christina Hammock Cook Hall. Cook attended high school briefly at White Oak in Jacksonville.
Be on the lookout for patchy dense fog early this morning, then mostly sunny skies this afternoon. Light winds, highs in the upper 80s, overnight lows in the mid 60s to lower 70s. From the Storm Team 9 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Rob Martin for Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
68 degrees in Greenville, 68 in New Bern, and 68 degrees in Jacksonville, where it's 64 in Kinston. Rocky Mount checking in at 66 this morning, 73 down at Morehead City. A little bit of fog along the coast this morning. Talk of the Town on Talk 103.7, Talk 96.3, and the IBX Media app. And our second hour gets underway. Stay with us.
Make the summer shift into huge savings at Greenville Toyota. Shift into low payments. Shift into fuel-efficient and hybrid models like Camrys $229 a month, RAV4s $269. It's the summer shift at Greenville Toyota.
Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium rocking it. There's nothing like game days in Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. Football is special here, and that's because of you. It takes all of us to have success. The 2026 season is right around the corner. Season tickets start as low as $75. Get yours today.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
The summer shift is on at Greenville Toyota. Get massive savings on a huge Toyota selection. Then shift into Tacomas, $249 a month. Tundras, $399 at Greenville Toyota, where our volume saves you money.
I love your show. Love your show.
I just love the show.
Here we go with the show. Talk of the town. It's like doom scrolling without the doom. And even without the scrolling.
Put that damn phone down and listen to me.
Real talk for Eastern North Carolina.
You might even say it's the ultimate.
Now from the Town Bank studio, here's Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Every morning.
Okay, we're back here in the Town Bank studio this morning. We are going to be live in Newport at Fat Fellows coming up on Friday morning. Welcome to the program. We are here this morning with PJ and producing the program, twisting the dials, is Logan Wilcox, our intern, who's done such a fabulous job this year. Michael Buscemi is looking over his shoulder, making sure he punches the right buttons and twists the right dials. And classes have started at ECU. Logan, have you started your classes?
Yes, sir. I started last week.
Can you punch up your camera so we can have a look at the fresh face of an ECU student that's interning here and getting here at 3 a.m. because Michael makes them? There he is. Logan the intern, everybody, if you're watching on video.
You know why Logan is such
good-looking boy, that boy. Good-looking boy, that boy. Yes.
He's a respectable young man because you ask him the same questions over and over, and he humors you every time with great enthusiasm as if he's never answered them before, but he has many times.
Logan, are you beginning to understand why nobody likes Patrick around here?
Joe Biden.
Are you?
Patrick's not bad.
Thank you, Logan.
There you go.
Logan's
He's very respectful.
See? He's a respectful young fella. I'm a big Logan. Yeah. I'm a Logan guy. I'm a big Logan fan.
I'm a big Logan guy, too. I'm a big Logan guy. Logan's going down with us to Wallace on Sunday night. You ever been to River Landing before?
I don't believe so.
We're going to be down at River Landing Country Club in Wallace on Sunday night. Look, since you've interned here, you've already met the Speaker of the House. On Sunday night, you'll meet Johnny Bench. Now, let me ask you a question because you're pretty young. Do you know who Johnny Bench is?
I've heard the name before.
Oh, boy. Ask your dad who Johnny Bench is. He'll be excited that you're going to meet Johnny Bench.
Okay.
Johnny Bench
more like ask your granddad, Logan. I'm not sure his dad. I mean, really, I'm not sure his dad saw Bench play. I mean, I'm probably about Logan. I'm in that generation of Logan's dad, I'm guessing. I didn't see Johnny Bench play. Now, I knew who he is.
Johnny has children younger than you, by the way. I think he's been married about 4 times. But
Johnny's got a little Mick Jagger thing going. What's the other guy that the actor that had Pacino? He's got a little of that going. Yeah, Al Pacino, 80-some years old, out there spreading his seed, fathering kids,
fathering children at 80. Hey, God bless him if he can get it done.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah. If you're Al Pacino's son, you're probably going to do all right in life. You don't have to worry about too much. No. Yeah.
Hen, I'm looking up here a Trafalgar poll. Now, this is from the last 3 days prior to today. South Carolina. Darlene Graham, miserably unqualified for the job, 47.9. Ralph Norman, 47.8, according to Trafalgar this morning.
So that primary is today in South Carolina. It's going to be interesting.
Well, the runoff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a runoff from the primary, right? Yeah. I don't, she's not qualified. But you don't have to be qualified to be in Congress. We've learned that over and over again.
That's a good point.
But it is a little ridiculous. I mean, Trump knows that she'll vote the way he wants her to vote, so he's endorsed her. And, of course, they all loved Lindsey Graham. Queen Lindsey, as you say.
Yes,
Man,
Grahamnesty.
some of
Lindsey
the stuff,
Grahamnesty.
Some of the stuff I've read about Lindsey Graham online, if it's true, if it's online, it's got to be true.
Right.
So,
He's got his own little own version of Jed York. Maybe have been going on over the years.
His own version of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yes.
Except he wasn't hiring women in trailer parks. He was well known among the boys there in Washington D.C., I believe. By the way, I'd like to mention that I'm using my sippy cup this morning. Back to my childhood.
Sippy cup?
Well, I've spilled coffee on the desk here twice in the last week.
Oh, I see.
Have a huge coffee stain right here in front of the desk on the floor. And I was going to have the carpet cleaned.
We're leaving.
We're
leaving. The hell with it. We're leaving.
We're getting ready to move.
Yeah.
So we're closing on our new building. By the way, a week from today, we're closing on our new building.
That'll be the check cashing places problem that moves in here or whatever. It's not ours.
We'll be in a new location soon after we renovate our new building, and as we cannot reveal where this is going to be yet, but it's a very high level building that we're buying here in town, and we're going to move into. We got big plans. Big plans. So more on flock cameras. I swore I wasn't going to do this all morning.
Here we go.
We just keep getting. So last hour we had Randy, the teacher from down in Moore County, who listens to us, and he's in class now. He can't hear us, but Randy always has interesting and informative comments. He's never in doubt of his own opinion. And, he was saying that this was a violation of the Fourth Amendment search and seizure laws, these flock cameras. And I was like, give me a break on that. So one of our other listeners, who's a guy that I know who's very intelligent and very involved in stuff like this, says, please don't let Randy teach the Constitution to our kids. He needs to study it more. A person in a public space has no protection against being on camera under that amendment. I tend to agree with that. Let's see. I would go to the stream here and pull up some comments from the stream, but it appears our stream is not working. What? Did we get it back up, Logan? We got knocked off again, and I don't know why. Got knocked off Facebook again. I don't know why. And I can't, I don't know what's going on here. Let's see if I can bring it back here with this. Okay, here we go. Got it now. Mike says there is no Fourth Amendment right to privacy in public spaces. Scott says you need to read what Benjamin Franklin wrote in 1775. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Well, the question is, are you giving up any liberty?
I think what you're saying, you don't expect privacy in public, but this is the search and seizure. I mean, you're not. I'm trying to figure out how to articulate this the right way, since we have all these great legal minds out there listening apparently this morning. But I don't think it could be used as proof of anything, because it's a pretty narrow thing with the cameras. I mean, lawyers can wriggle you out of that if need be.
David says, good morning. I usually agree with you 99.99% of the time, and I'm still a big fan, but I 100% agree with the Ben Franklin quote. We just read it. There is an implied agreement when you walk into Walmart. You know there are cameras, and you've chosen to go in anyway. If you insist on not being recorded, you can refuse to go in. However, you cannot avoid using city streets if you need these routes to get to work, church, errands. By simply driving around, you are forced into an agreement to be recorded. Do you trust government to run health care? Of course not. But in the name of safety, many do. Do you trust government with your money? Of course not. But in the name of safety, some do. Do you think you should be able to own a gun? Of course you do. In the name of safety, some think you shouldn't. But you should trust not only government, but a private company. Oh, hang on a second. But you trust not only government, but a private company with your daily movement information. In the name of safety, apparently you do. It appears to be a double standard. Your comfort levels with certain kind of safety and trust vary respectfully. I still admire you, and I think you're one of the greatest advocates for Eastern North Carolina in the history of the state.
Wow.
Thank you, David.
Little admiration from David. He still admires you.
Faint praise. He just threw that in because he really doesn't like what I said.
Yeah, but he wasn't demeaning or insulting.
No. I know
very
David
well
personally.
thought out.
He's a great person. Wayne says you
Sounds
need to
like
watch the video. The guy who hacked 80,000 flock cameras expose how vulnerable they are to security issues on YouTube.
Well, I don't doubt there's bad actors out there. There's bad actors in everything, as you were saying earlier. The issue here seems to be it's a third party, and what are they doing? And then what is the oversight from law enforcement? What's the checks and balances from law enforcement? Because, I mean, as we see, a bad police officer, like this one in Greenville who, again, is being investigated for some maybe being overzealous or some bad training, as you say. I mean, that can give everyone a bad name. That makes everybody uneasy. And I understand what you're saying.
Just for the record, I didn't say it was bad training. I said, if it wasn't bad training, then she's
right.
Yeah.
I mean, one way or the other, that officer needs to probably be retrained or have some updated training. I mean, that's not the point.
I won't be surprised if this officer is not released.
Yeah, it unfortunately seems like a pattern, and I mean, I feel badly for this new police chief, who I think
this is the third incident
really
with
good.
This police officer. Again, WITN exposed some of that yesterday.
And I think the Greenville police officers seems to be good things about her, but boy, talk about coming in and stepping into a hornet's nest right off the jump. The new chief, yeah.
Yeah, she's got to deal with this.
Yeah, unfortunately, she does for her.
So Bobby
that's
Hanig,
part of the job.
Bobby Hanig retired yesterday from the Senate.
I wanted to ask you about that. Was that expected?
Don't you think he's stepping down to give the guy that's running now for it
a little more clear path?
I don't really know. I don't have any inside information. I hadn't talked to anybody up there. And look, there's that group up there around Elizabeth City, the Nags Head. They have their own thoughts about things. I don't know whether Bobby is supporting Jerry Tillett, the former Dare County Superior Court judge who won the primary for his seat, or not. That was a very heated primary up there, and it got kind of nasty.
Sure.
Politics up there gets nasty, particularly around Dare County sometime.
Oh, yeah.
So Bobby, and of course Bobby lives in Currituck County, and Bobby, of course, rose to his greatest level of fame by working with the commercial fishermen to kill that shrimp bill that Phil Berger was trying to ban trawling, just about all trawling for shrimp, which of course would have been death to the commercial fishing industry in Eastern North Carolina. And of course, Bobby's very close to a lot of folks out there in Manteo and Wanchese and also down in Morehead City, Beaufort, Harker's Island, where a lot of the shrimpers are. And, I kind of feel like, I don't really know Bobby that well. I've known him over time. I was a little bit disappointed in some of the way things went during the congressional primary. Sure. I was as you might remember, I hosted that televised forum, and Bobby, we gave Bobby every opportunity. I mean, Bobby just didn't do well in the polling ever.
Yeah,
he just was never I mean, it was Asa Buck, and then when Laurie Buckout got in, it was Laurie Buck and Asa Buck, and you knew it was going to be Laurie Buckout and Asa Buck. You knew it was going to be one of those two. And I think Bobby was very offended that people that I might have said that on the air some, but the polling proved me right. And so I don't know. I don't have any bad blood with Bobby. I mean, he may have some with me, but he was.
I mean, what was his issue? Was he presenting alternative facts?
What? People were telling me things that he was saying. I reached out to him and tried. Look, when you lose and you lose an election as badly as he did, he wants to blame somebody. And I have. I don't deny, nor do I run from the fact that I've been a big Laurie Buckout fan from the day she stepped onto the political stage. It's just like Speaker Johnson said when he was here. She's one of the strongest candidates he said he'd ever seen. I've said that about her also. And I think she gives us the best chance now. I thought either she or Asa gave us the best chance to beat Don Davis, and I'd have been great with Asa. I love Asa too. I think Asa would have had a chance to beat Don. I think Laurie had a chance. I think those two are the only two that had a chance to beat Don Davis, and I think that made Bobby mad that I said that on the air. But I mean, I did. I ain't running from it. So now what happens? The party up there will have to choose a successor to Bobby, and I suspect it's going to be Jerry Tillett. Jerry Tillett, who's Judge Tillett is this former Dare County Superior Court judge, and then the governor is obligated to appoint that person to the Senate. The way this works, he'll either appoint the person that is picked by the Republican Party to replace Bobby Hanig. He'll either appoint him within 10 days. If he does not appoint him within 10 days, it works like a veto. He automatically becomes a state senator. But, I mean, it's kind of ceremonial and normal for the governor to do that, even for the opposing party. And, Josh Stein doesn't seem to be as much of a vindictive kind of dude as Cooper was. So
Rick Cooper's a nasty guy.
I suspect Stein will appoint whoever they pick, and I wouldn't be, I don't know if anybody up there's got any inside information. Send me an email, let me know, or text me if you have my cell phone. I'm not giving that number on the air, but it's henry@ibxmedia.com. henry@ibxmedia.com. Let me know what you think the party will do up there with this nomination to follow Bobby. We need to thank Bobby Hanig. Bobby, I like Bobby because he's a business guy. He owns that pool service company up there. He's up and down the Outer Banks servicing pools. He sells pools and hot tubs and stuff like that up there in Currituck County. He was in the House, and then when Bob Steinberg retired from the Senate, Bob's an old friend from Edenton. Bobby ran for his seat and won the Senate seat. And then, I wish that he had probably stayed in the Senate rather than decide to run for Congress, but he saw an opportunity to run for Congress when that district was redrawn. And I think Bobby thought that if he got out early, which he did, he was the first to announce, if he got out early and announced that he was going to run for that Senate seat, that congressional seat, that it would keep Laurie Buckout from running. And then there was some conversations back and forth, which turned into a he said, she said. No need to rehash that ancient history, but let's just thank Bobby Hanig for his service. And I know the commercial fishing industry is sorry to see him go, especially in light of this court ruling last week that doesn't look good for commercial shrimping. So, all right, 8:30. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm D.R. Alligood.
And I'm his daughter, Jessica.
For 11 years, we have built quality driveways and parking lots for both your residential and commercial needs. We also offer free on-site quotes to have your custom driveways built the way you want.
Call AA Hauling, 252-946-1227 or AAHauling.com.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Have you ever been knocked down in life? I've experienced a lot of falls in my career, but here's what I know. Falls aren't the end of the story. Perhaps today you've fallen and you're needing a little help getting up. That's why I want to invite you to the Revival of Hope, September 18th and 19th at 820 East Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Come experience powerful worship, hear encouraging messages, and meet the God of Hope who's still in the business of restoring lives. This free event is open to everyone. If you pre-register at revivalofhope.org, you'll get a free gift. Friend, your story isn't over. There's always hope.
Wake up! This is Talk of the Town.
We love your show and we really appreciate it.
News, politics, and the occasional oddball stuff. Brought to you by the 2 biggest oddballs out there. Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson are on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right. 8:33. Continue to get messages on the flock camera situation. All this has come back up this morning because the Greenville City Council had a public hearing last night, and there were a group of young people from the Democrat Socialist of America. There's a picture of them now on the newspaper in Greenville this morning on the website, reflector.com. And you got all these young people. Some of them have purple hair. Some of them have nose rings. They're all with the Democrat Socialist of America. Who knew that we have that in Greenville? And right in the middle of them is Marion Blackburn, former Greenville City Council. Marion Blackburn.
Oh, my gosh.
There's all these young, like 19, 20, 21-year-old socialists. They say they're socialists. They don't know whether they are or not. They don't know what they don't know. And, of course, they think they're smart and smarter than
Well, if they'd like to go try it out for size, there's, North Korea is lovely this time of
go
year.
to Venezuela.
Yeah.
I actually have a very good friend that is from Venezuela. And she grew up here. Her father's a lawyer in Venezuela. And she, you know what her attitude about what we did with Maduro down there is? Trump didn't go far enough.
We had her on, didn't we? When
yeah. I didn't call her name, but she. I mean, if you live in Venezuela and you live under that kind of socialist communist regime, I mean, socialism leads to that. It leads to dictatorships. It leads to people, to poverty, poor health care. I mean, listening to our buddy Christy Overton yesterday talk about having to go to a hospital in Africa, what that was like. She said she'd never been so happy to get back to the U.S. and be able to go to the ECU Health. And, yeah. So if you want to make a comment to us, there's what's always available to you on our app is the Talk to Us icon on the app. All you have to do is go to the app and click on that button. It's 2 button pushes. You push the Talk to Us, and then you push record. And you can say anything that you want to say to us. And if you don't say something nasty, we'll put it on the air, like Tim this morning has put a comment on Talk to Us. Let's play that one back, Michael.
Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Patrick. I sent this in on Friday, but I'm just going to send it in again. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. This is a matter of our founding principles. Yes, I agree. We've had the surveillance state for a long time, and we've been living in it, but this takes it to a new level. It really resembles communist China. They've got cameras on every corner across that nation, and we don't want it here. We don't want that in America.
All right, Tim, thank you for that. Again, that quote from Ben Franklin keeps coming up. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. I don't understand how we're giving up liberty. You're
surveillance. You're being surveilled constantly.
Surveillance is different than liberty. How does a flock camera take away your right to move about anywhere you want to go and do anything you want to do? It's just going to be recorded. And if you're not doing something you shouldn't be doing, why are you worried about it? That's my attitude about it. I think this quote from Ben Franklin is a non-starter. I don't get it. I don't think we're giving up any liberty.
And we can what about this all we want, but I do think there's some real life stuff that could be attached to this. Imagine had these things been in the hands of Roy Cooper 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah. Well, that would be worrisome. But we have we also have the right to vote him out. We just can't get enough people. Can't get enough people in Charlotte and Raleigh to vote Republican. By the way, Greenville's population is exploding. I've said from the beginning. I think the official census says we're at 88,000 now. I've always thought that was ridiculously low because the last census was taken in 2020. Students that live off campus are counted as citizens and should have been counted in the census. Well, in 2020, they were not in their apartments. And on top of that, what kind of real work was being done by these census takers in 2020? How were they? They weren't allowed to do a lot of stuff, and they had to go places to mask on. I think the 2020 census, they probably should have canceled the 2020 census and done it later.
Yeah.
But, Greenville is exploding. We got this, now we got our second high-rise hotel coming downtown. By the way, it is not going to be part of that chain, the graduate chain, as I mentioned it might be. We now know from the comments from the developer at the planning and zoning meeting last week, it's going to be a Marriott AC hotel downtown, right across the street from one of the, it's on the block right before if you're going downtown, right before you get to the library.
Is it the Reed Circle?
Reed Circle and Evans Street.
Yeah, Reed and Evans.
So, hotel rooms in Greenville are at a premium. There's more hotel rooms coming. You're going to have this new high-rise hotel in downtown Greenville now with the AC Marriott. You got that Hilton product downtown as well, but yeah.
Weren't we told the occupancy rate in Greenville is greater than the Triangle for hotels?
Yes, for hotels. So there it is.
Yeah. So you need more rooms.
Greenville reminds me a lot of the way Raleigh was when I moved to Raleigh in 1987. We're kind of on the precipice of exploding. And you now have these national home builders that are coming into Greenville and building everywhere, which that ain't necessarily a good thing, but especially if they're building trash.
Well, where's the oversight? Where's the quality control?
Well, they do have to meet certain building inspection codes.
Well, and that's fine, but they're no Bill Clark homes. I mean, there's local quality control.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you like people like Lance Clark, Bill Clark, those guys because they're local, and their reputation's at stake. If you bring in Tolson Brothers to start building homes all over Green, I mean, where are they from? Who knows who they?
And
they're moving it. They're moving in here, which in some ways is a good thing because they see the market and the need.
Sure.
Especially with all these new jobs that have been created in the industrial park.
Well, and here's a little bit of the frustration with these, as you say, national companies that come in. Because a few years ago, Build a Home national company did it. Was the deal with the neighborhood that I moved into. They changed their name. It's a new company that they turn over every 6 months. So if you do have issues, which we did with our home, it's hard to track them down. They make it difficult. I mean, it's one of the games that the national builders like that play.
Yeah, we're going to start getting communities like 5401 North in Raleigh, Wendell Falls, just outside Raleigh. I mean, those are the kind of things that are coming to Greenville right now.
And it looks great on the surface, but when you start getting in the bones of some of those homes, especially in the falls, I mean, people have had some real problems.
Yeah. Well,
we had a major flooring problem.
You actually had a home in Wendell Falls, didn't you?
Yeah, and I had a major flooring. I still do. I mean, we just a major flooring problem.
Couldn't get the builder to fix it.
No, I mean it took an active because they had changed the builder had changed the company name.
Yeah.
And moved everything over to a new LLC. I mean,
everywhere you look, there's construction in Greenville and convenience stores.
It used to be mattress stores.
We got another chain that's coming to Greenville.
It was dollar stores, and now it's convenience stores.
Yeah, first there were Sheetz. Well, first it was Speedways when Speedway bought out Trademark. Then there were Sheetz. Then there was Royal Farms, and now there's Wawa's, and now there's another chain that's building at the corner, one of the biggest intersections in town, Arlington and Evans.
Buc-ee's.
Arlington.
Get a Buc-ee's, Big Ken.
We need a Buc-ee's. I like did you see the comment from the co-founder and the guy who's the president of Buc-ee's? He says the owner of Buc-ee's and the co-founder, he's the president. He says we will not go to any blue states.
Yep.
He said we're plotting our next wave of expansion. He made the remarks last week at the grand opening of Buc-ee's newest location in Benton, Arkansas. Speaking of Walmart, that's the home of Walmart, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said,
I think, but yeah.
He says, we have a lot of opportunities. We're still growing. We're building in a lot of places. But when you find a conservative, business-friendly state with a phenomenal workforce, it makes a difference. That's why we don't go to blue states. I love it. And of course, North Carolina's getting its first Buc-ee's. I don't know where are they in construction on that one out there in Mebane?
That I don't know because I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Mebane. I mean, they're building it. Beginning of the year, I went to the one in Florence. Yeah, Florence. It's an overload of your senses.
Yeah,
it's a sensory overload. It can be.
Where are we on breaks, Michael? Can I play this? Can I play this Buzz Patterson audio right now? All right, let's do the break, and then when we come back, the guy who carried the football, the nuclear codes in the briefcase, he's with the president all the time, Buzz Patterson. We had Buzz Patterson on this show.
We did.
We had Buzz Patterson on this show. Buzz Patterson was the guy that carried the football for Clinton, and he said on this show that that he was with Clinton at a golf course outside D.C., and we had a chance to take out Osama bin Laden, and he would not give the order.
I remember him being on the show. I remember him saying that.
But he also talked to us that day he was on the show about how awful it was to be in the White House and be around Hillary Clinton. Well, he's talked about it again. He was on a podcast this week, and he talked about how awful Hillary treated people in the White House, particularly the military guys, including himself. So I'll play that audio for you when we come back.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop is your fishing headquarters with an amazing selection of rods and reels, lures and artificial baits, fishing tackle, and more. Plus, we're your hunting headquarters with all kinds of shotguns, hunting rifles, ammo, and accessories, and we're your archery center, too.
For better service, quality, selection, and more, we've got them. Come see them. Our deals, you won't believe them.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop, 3600 Marine Drive in Greenville. Visit us online at greenvillemarine.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Need cash for a vacation? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the vacation cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
Make every day electric on the Kawasaki Electro 20 electric balance bike. Maximize the fun with long run times, impressive top speed, and Kawasaki build quality. Easy adjustability and smooth handling make everyday riding more enjoyable. And the standard MTB type tires provide off-pavement capability. The Kawasaki Electro 20 is the electric balance bike that's built to rip. Go to Ron Ayers Motorsports, Memorial Drive, north of the airport, Greenville.
And Patrick Johnson on Talk of the Town. Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Jeff says everybody says that they hate these flock cameras until something happens to them or their family member. That's what I'm saying.
Again, it's a tool. It's not a preventative. It's not going to prevent crime.
Not meant to. But I mean,
that's the way you and those that are kind of supporting it are phrasing it. Oh, it's going to deter crime.
Of course, I'm not. I've never said that. I've said over and over again, what if somebody in your family was raped or murdered? Wouldn't you want the cops to have the – all right, I'm not going to say it again. All right, let's play this Buzz Patterson audio. This is the guy that carried the nuclear codes, the football. He was on a podcast earlier this week talking about what it was like to be in the White House with Hillary Clinton.
And when I first got there, my predecessor said, so that Hillary has a rule that when she's moving around the White House hallways, she doesn't want to see anybody, look anybody in the face, exchange any kind of pleasantries. He said, I don't care who they are, senior staff, you, doesn't matter. She doesn't want to see you, and she doesn't want to have to look you in the eye and say, good morning or good afternoon or whatever. So that was the first thing. Second, so I got, okay, well, I'm going to try to observe that, but I don't think I like that idea very much. If I happen to be moving in something that's important and I happen to see her, I'm just going to say, good morning, Mrs. Clinton, and keep moving, So I was one of the people who didn't dive into doorways, office. And I saw people, literally adult men and women, senior staff members of the White House, diving into doorways in the White House hallways to avoid having to encounter Hillary. The other thing is, when I first arrived there, Bob, she, again, re-election campaign in '96, she decided that she didn't want military uniforms in the White House, military uniforms in and around her husband. She wanted to downplay the presence of the military around her husband. And so she wanted the military aide, me, to wear suits, just like the Secret Service guys were. And the Secret Service, I had a problem with that security-wise because I have the nuclear football, and the Secret Service guys have to protect me, and they have to know where I am at all times. And you're going to have a lot harder time if I'm wearing a black suit and sunglasses, determining who I am. So I said, well, that's a security issue right there. And then the Secret Service guys came back. They all came back and said they agreed 100% that.
All right, so there's Buzz Patterson, the guy that was carrying the nuclear football. He told that very same story on our show years ago when his book first came out. I read his book. A lot of fascinating stuff in the book. Good guy. Clearly not a Clinton fan. Had to work with Bill Clinton and Hillary in the White House. All right, let's do our Pirate Report and sports update. Langley Contracting brings us our Pirate Report this hour. Langley Contracting, to replace or repair your roof, call 252-214-ROOF. That's 214-ROOF. All right, here is Patrick with our Pirate Report and sports update.
Defensive lineman for ECU, J.D. Lampley, is still fighting for a chance to play a fifth season. Lampley was among several 2022 high school grads who thought that they could return this fall, but a federal appeals court ruling put that possibility on pause. So he now has joined another lawsuit seeking a temporary restraining order against the NCAA. If the judge rules in favor of the players, Lampley could become eligible as soon as next week. And next week is when the Pirates will be getting ready. It'll be game week officially, sharpening up ahead of the opener at Alabama. We're hearing from offensive line transfer Hayes Creel, who may be new to the program, but he's not new to facing SEC competition.
We played at Florida and at Texas A&M when I was at McNeese. And we played Mississippi State at home last year while I was at Southern Miss. And, it's going to be a good challenge. I think we're ready for it. They got a lot of good players on their team. At the end of the day, we got to rely on our fundamentals, be able to communicate, be on the same page, and be able to protect the quarterback.
And despite some rain and storms, high school football in the East able to, for the most part, wrap up action of week one on Monday. New Bern dominated New Hanover from start to finish in a big victory. Richlands pulled off a fourth down miracle with a game-winning score, and the Wildcats edged Southwest Onslow 15-14. How about the night for ECU commit Jordan Mathewson? The Martin County senior scored 4 touchdowns in a win for Martin County 28-12 over North Pitt. Farmville Central nips Washington 32-31. South Central off to a good start down in Kinston 30-8 over in K-Town. But Conley and Laney, they got washed out for a second time in Wilmington. A decision expected today on whether they will make that game up at a later date. We will see. We have football coverage for you today on 94.3 The Game at 5 o'clock. The Patrick Johnson Show. The great Phil Steele will join us to talk the Pirates and talk the season. Big Hen, back to you.
I'm going to get Igo in here one day next week, Stephen Igo from Hoist the Colors, and you and I will grill him on what he expects for ECU football. Nobody knows more about ECU football than Igo, unless you're one of the coaches. He goes to practice every day. I think we're going to get Igo, and I just want to warn people that that's coming probably about Wednesday of next week as we get ready for the football season, because stick to the issues crowd. They're going to be mad at me. We're not talking about flock cameras or Tom Tillis. That's the way that goes. Again, if you're just hearing this for the first time, we want to send our deepest sympathies to Patrick and his family with the loss of your grandmother yesterday. And thank you for coming in this morning. I wasn't sure whether you were going to be here. I know you spent a lot of time with her in the hospital over the weekend, and your family lost her yesterday. So God bless you and Coach and everybody in the family. I know it's a sad time for you, but time to celebrate. She, how old was she?
92. Norma was 92. Norma 92. Jean Johnson, 92.
Yeah. Well, God bless you, friend. I'm sorry you're going through that, and I know other people will want to express their condolences to you also. All right, that is it for today. We are done with Talk of the Town Tuesday. Everybody enjoy this nice, cooler weather this week. We're not even they're not forecasted to hit 90 all week. Unfortunately, rain in the forecast on Friday, but we will be live Friday morning in Newport at Fat Fellas, and Laurie Buckout is going to join us live. If you hadn't met Laurie Buckout, come on down to Fat Fellas on a Friday morning. Everybody have a great Tuesday.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arrgh!
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie-cutter homes. A Grimes-built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU baseball. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
This is a standard hold belt. You can get it at any fashion brand, department store, or Amazon. They can be nice, look good, even sometimes expensive. The downside, they're only limited to 5 holes. Not to mention these holes wear out in less than a year. So this is an Anson belt, micro-adjustable holeless belt. Instead of 5 holes 1 inch apart, we have 30+ options spaced 1/4 inch apart, giving you the perfect fit every time. Slide your belt through, click, click, click. That's the sound of a perfect fit. Check us out at ansonbelt.com.
hometown station.